It is 5:50 this morning. About to lock in and get some freaking revising done early this Monday morning. Hi, hello, welcome. If you're new here, my name's Ray Rasmussen, and I'm currently revising my hunting memoir, temporary titled Adventures of an Outfitter's Daughter, which I do want to go to traditional route, so that's why that name might change. And the book encases my journey to try to get my dream black bear alongside my dad, a big game outfitter based in Idaho, and the many highs and lows we face along the way. The journey of self-discovery, identity, personal struggles, all wrapped up in about 20 action-packed hunts. So if that sounds interesting to you and you want to stick around for when that's published, that would be amazing. But if you also just want to stick around and watch my writing journey and my bookish related content, that's okay too. I'm happy to have you here either way. But yes, today we are working on my book on a Monday morning before work. So the plan is to spend the next week getting up at 5 a.m. every day to work on my book. So yeah, my alarm went off at 5 this morning and I was like, no, I don't want to. But I got up, I got dressed, got ready for the day, and now I'm ready to do some revising before I go to work. I have to leave about 6:30, so I'm gonna do about a half-hour sprint and then we're going to go to work. So yeah, fun. I do already have my desk set up to walk on my walking pad as I revise, because I'm also doing the 75 soft challenge for myself, which is kind of splattered all over that board. Part of that is getting 40 minutes of activity every day. Before, I've been doing about like 20-15 minutes on my walking pad in the morning while editing a YouTube video, because during the week I usually edit my YouTube videos, and then my usual writing day is Saturday, and I get a little other writing done interspersed Friday, Sunday, and sometimes throughout the week, but not very often because I work 410s now, and so it's very difficult to fit in writing around my 410s, and I'm a lot more mentally drained with it. I feel like video editing is a lot more mindless, kind of. You don't have to be in a certain headspace to edit your videos, but I feel like you kind of do to write or revise. That is kind of why I haven't been working on my book during the week, but this week we are, because I have plans this weekend. I'm throwing my mom a surprise birthday party on Friday, so I'm going to be there for the weekend with some grandparents that I invited up for the weekend for my mom's birthday, so I will be busy. I'm trying to decide if I also want to carry on the 5 a.m. routine over the weekend, because technically I could get up and write at 5 a.m. at my parents', but we'll see for sure when it comes up. Late nights are usually my thing, so it's kind of hard to have a late night and then turn around and get up at 5 a.m. But yes, that is kind of why I decided to do this for this week. Otherwise, I feel like I'm not going to get any writing time done this weekend, and I have a deadline. It's a soft deadline technically to finish draft 3 by September 8th, but I still want to achieve it, and I only have 5 chapters of my book left, so why should I slack now when I'm almost there? But yes, it is August 11th, I believe, under the month mark now to that deadline, and I got about 5 chapters edited. My goal has been to do about 2 chapters a week. I did really good the first few weeks, and then I had a 3 weekend chapter, and then I had a 0 weekend chapter, and then a 2.5 weekend chapter, and then I just finished the other half to the 1 chapter and another 2 chapters last weekend. So yes, we're on track now, but if I don't write this week, I will lose progress again. I want to at least get a chapter done this week, maybe 2. I have my Lotus already cracked open. I have my chapter open. I'm on chapter 16 of draft 3, still working on developmental edits and some other stuff as I go through it. I want to get to it and stop chatting. It is almost 6 o'clock now, so the goal is to write from 6 to 6:30. So I'm going to set a 30-minute Pandoro timer on the Forest app and go from there. I also have to give an update, so it's going to be kind of a close 30 minutes, or the update's going to be really quick when I'm done. Let's get to revising and walking.
Anything
So I went over my time. I forget that since my phone is in do not disturb mode until 6:30, if something happens before that, I don't get the notification. So I didn't get the notification that my tree had grown, but yes, I hit my 25 minutes. I actually did more like 30 because the app had said that I had completed the tree 5 minutes ago. I went a little longer than I expected to, but I did say I was going to do 30 minutes, and then I was worried about time constraint because I have to go to work today. I am very sweaty. That's the one thing I don't like about walking on the walking pad before work, is that I get all gross before I have to go to work, but it's okay. I only walked for 30 minutes. It's not like I am drenched in absolute sweat and like worked out or anything. So yeah, I gotta take the dog out and then go to work. I will see you guys tomorrow morning. Probably just edit a YouTube video tonight, but if I end up writing tonight, I will let you know and check back in. I'll see you in the morning.
I get nervous on the surface, and it James Dean type. We're just cooped up in a cruiser on a Friday night. We could let it ride. Why don't you say I quit being overthinking about everything? Give it up, tell you what I wanna say right now. Cause I could do the John Hughes kinda or cliche, but either way, I need to say anything.
Hi guys, it is now Tuesday morning, a little after 5:30, and we're about to start revising and walking on the walking pad today. Woo! You can't tell I'm tired. My fiance's alarm went off at like 4:45, 4:50, and I got up to go to the bathroom. I was like, well, now I can't go to bed because my alarm's gonna go off in a couple minutes. So I laid in bed for a little bit and then finally got up. My thing is with this challenge is to be up at 5 and to get ready and be in here by like 5:30 so that I can do some writing before I have to leave for work at 6:30. I'm not trying to be in here by 5 o'clock because that would be crazy. We're waking up at 5 a.m. not writing at 5 a.m. If you're wondering about that, that is what I am doing with this challenge. I think that's what some people do. Some people may also just actually write at 5 a.m. I'm not sure. I guess we have to get into things. If you can't tell, I'm a little tired. I did go to sleep at like 10 last night, so not horrible. I probably should go to bed closer to 9:30, but 10's not too bad either. Better than 11 or 12. And I got my Lotus. This one today is the orange Lotus, so it's bold and bubbly is what it says. I just love these because they're 0 sugar. I was drinking the Alani's, but these taste better. And these are supposed to be, well, they're both different, like natural plant-based. Well, I don't know if Alani is plant-based, but they're more natural and supposed to be better for you energy drinks, but also like low sugar to no sugar. So yes, that's why I like them. I quit drinking Red Bull last year, so I had to turn to something else because I'm not a big coffee fan. So now I drink sugar-free, energy-based stuff. Probably still not the best for me, but I need something in the mornings because I'm not a morning person. I literally nodded off at work yesterday. But anyways, I'm just chatting on at 5:30 in the morning. I need to actually get to working on this chapter. Did not work on it at all after yesterday morning, so I still got to finish up the conclusion for the first pass. It does look like I left some highlights in there, so it probably needs a lot of work. Maybe not a whole lot of work, but it does need some work and maybe some additional drafting for it. So work on the conclusion and then hopefully get a full pass of it, the chapter again. My hope is to at least finish a chapter this week, if not 2 or 1.5. You know, that is my goal. Like I said, I'm down to 5 chapters, so yeah. And my goal is to do 2 chapters a week with my current deadline, or I still got like a little less than a month, so and only have 5 chapters. Could be okay with only doing 1 chapter a week. Not me here reasoning with you about that instead of getting on my walking pad and walking and revising. Okay, I got this to do it now. I gotta stop procrastinating. I'm going to put some music on, start a sprint, and get to it, I guess. So let's do it.
John Hughes kind of cliche. Either way, I need to say anything.
Okay guys, we were successful for 2 20-minute sprints this morning. Got a lot more in today than I did yesterday, but I will say I was a lot more antsy today than yesterday. I really didn't want to keep walking my walking pad, so I turned it off at about 30 minutes and then finished out the sprint just standing. So yeah, there's that. But I got some good editing done, cleaned up the conclusion a little bit, and then got a little past halfway through my second pass of chapter 16. Still making good progress. Gotta take the dog out, pack my lunch, and head off. I will see you guys tomorrow morning, bright and early once again, with another Lotus in hand. I will see you then.
I don't wanna call you later. You're tearing my heart up like it's paper.
Okay guys, it is now Wednesday. It is about 5:50 and we're about to lock in and do some writing again. Woo! I cracked open my Lotus already. The dog's chilling on the pillow on the spare bed in here with me. Gonna hang out for the morning, you know, for like the next 40 minutes. I'm wearing a new work shirt because they gave us shirts to wear for today specifically, and my hair's covering the brand so you can't see what that is for. You notice why I'm wearing a t-shirt and why it might be blurred in some places? It's because it's a work shirt. So yeah, that is that. But I am feeling okay. I didn't sleep great. My fiance kept tossing and turning all night, and I swear every time he would move, it'd wake me up and then I'd move, so that was fun. And also yesterday, at some point, I can't even remember what time of day it was. It was probably like 10:30, 11. I like was nodding off at work and literally my head hit the keyboard and came right back up, and I was like, well, I need to wake up. So I went for a walk. But yes, still very tired. I have been able to get up at 5. The last couple days it's been more like 4:50. I think that's about when his alarms have been going off. 4:45, 4:50. So that's been when I've been first getting up, but don't get out of bed till like 5:15. And then I get up and get ready for the day and then come in here and write before work. So yeah, that's kind of how it's been going. Still exhausted, but you know, we're on Wednesday, so the halfway point for the work week. Well, it's past the halfway mark for the work week for me because I only work 4 days instead of 5. So tomorrow's my last day of work, and then I have to leave for the weekend on Friday. I'm trying to decide if I want to get up Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We'll see. If anything, maybe Friday, Saturday, or Friday, Sunday. But I mean, if I'm getting up at 5 a.m., technically I'd be getting up before my plans. I could go back to sleep if I really wanted to. I couldn't be able to Friday because I have to leave to go down to my parents' Friday, and I have a hair appointment Friday morning. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. We're gonna just kind of figure it out, but we're definitely doing it for the work week. I'm still on chapter 16. I haven't worked on it since yesterday morning, so we're gonna get to it, and I'm gonna stop procrastinating by talking. So I'm gonna start working on that, and I will update you guys before I leave for work.
We used to work, now I'm trying to make sure that we're both on the same page. I don't want it to complicate. I know you're riding away. Is there room for us
Has
both
another
on the same wavelength? Is it clearly when there's the whole line? But best friend tell me someone that I don't even like.
When would it be? Alright, it is now at like 6:26, no, 6:27, so I gotta get ready to go to work. Well, I'm already ready, I just gotta wipe off the sweat, take the dog out, and go to work. But yes, I am done with the morning's writing session. Got a little over 30 minutes, about 32 minutes is what my walking pad said. I got through the chapter about to the same point. I was at the kind of the very end when I finished off yesterday, so I like read all the way through again to that point, and I was reading aloud, and that's usually what I do on the last pass. But I think I'm gonna do one more pass of this chapter just to make sure. There's a couple spots that sound just a bit off. I don't know if I just need to condense some of the language, if I need to add a little more here and there, or just take some stuff out. I think I'm going to come back tonight actually and work on this and finish this chapter so I can just mark it off tonight and then come back in the morning and start on chapter 17. That is the plan, but I could also just come back in the morning tomorrow and be like, I did not write last night, so let's finish chapter 16 this morning. So yes, that's the plan currently, and I guess I will see you guys either tonight or tomorrow morning. I will see you then.
I should've known from the start that you were a waste of an open bar towel, wiping my feet on the doormat. But there's so much of you that I just can't leave yet.
Alright guys, it is Thursday. I am ready to finish up this chapter. I obviously did not go back to it last night because I was like, nope, I gotta keep my balance and do the other things that I want to do in the evenings. I worked on a YouTube video and I went and crocheted and then read a chapter of my book too. It's all about balance, which is hard for me because I like to binge, like read. I just like to sit and do something for a long period of time, and that's why I like to write on the weekends, is I can sit there for so long and finish chapters at a time. So yes, I did not come back to it obviously last night, but I'm here again this morning. Almost thought I was going to not get up at the right time because my fiance got up earlier this morning and I had woken up with him and then heard him and like turned over and looked at my phone and I was like, oh, well, I can sleep a little longer. And then a little longer was 5:10 instead of 5, so oops. But I'm still up at 5, got ready, and I'm in here, still have a half hour to work on my book before I have to go to work. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm hoping that I actually wrap this chapter up today, and if it's only a little bit left, then maybe I'll come back tonight or just do it in the morning and then do some other stuff in the morning before I leave for the weekend. So yes, the plan is to at least bring this over into tomorrow, and then we'll see if it moves over into Saturday, Sunday. I'd like to get more than one chapter done this week, but if I even just get one done, that is better than none, because even if I do one, that leaves 4 left, and then I'm at an even amount of chapters for the rest of this draft, which I want to have done by September 8th, which is slowly coming up because it is August 13th. Like, no, it's the 14th. That's slowly coming up on me. But instead of talking here and wasting my time, I'm gonna get to it. It is 5:56, so I have about 30 minutes to walk my walking pad and finish up this chapter. I'm also in a skirt because I'm tired of wearing pants. They were pissing me off all day yesterday at work, so I have my skirt for work. So it's gonna be interesting walking on my walking pad in a skirt. I think I've done it before, but yes. Do not laugh at me if you can see my skirt and my tennis shoes. Lovely. Okay, now that the train has passed, honking at us. The train tracks are literally right there. Anyways, I am gonna sign off for the moment and actually do some revising and hopefully finish up this chapter like I've said 3-4 times this morning. Let's get to it. Okay guys, I'm coming to you from a completely different spot. I'm just on the bed in the spare room / office, and Mina's still napping, of course, but probably still ready to go outside. Anyways, you've probably seen from the last clip that I did in fact finish chapter 16. I was having some issues reading the chapter aloud, which I like to do when I finish a chapter. Yeah, I was struggling. I kept stumbling over my words. It wasn't necessarily my writing, it was just me stumbling, and I'm already stumbling over my words with this update again too. But yes, I finished up the chapter, got some sips in of my energy drink, and now I have to unfortunately go to work. I'm gonna take the dog out and go to work, and then I will be back in the morning bright and early once again. Huh, means Mina won't go outside? Won't go outside? You say hi to the videos? She doesn't care. She just likes to chill. But yes, I'm gonna sign off for today, and I will be back bright and early tomorrow for another 5 a.m. wake up call. I have to leave here by like 7ish, something like that, to go to my hair appointment down towards where my parents live, and then I have to go to my parents and start decorating for my mom's surprise birthday, so woo. But I will be back in the morning, maybe work on chapter 17 for a little bit, and then post a video that I have go live for Friday. But yes, I need to go to work and not be late. I'm gonna sign off here, take the dog out, and enjoy the lovely day that is already rising and shining in on this window. So that's the other thing I like about this 5 a.m. wake up call, is that I get to see the sunrise. Most times I'm kind of rushing in the morning, and sometimes I do get like a good 20 minutes in here to work on a video editing before I have to leave, but I've definitely been seeing the sunrise and those pretty pink hues on the skyline a lot more this week, so that is amazing. But I need to go to work now. I will stop procrastinating leaving and sign off here. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. Mina, wanna go outside? You go potties? Go outside. Let's go. Let's go. No? You stay right there forever. Alright guys, it is now Friday morning. It's 6 a.m. and I'm ready to start a new sprint for the day. Did in fact get up at 5 a.m. but I obviously had to shower. I had to redo my eyelashes and contemplate my outfit a couple times. Took me a little longer than I expected to get in here, but it is 6 a.m. and I need to leave by like 7:45, 8 to go down for a hair appointment that I have, and then from there I'm going to my parents to celebrate my mom's birthday with her surprise party. Yay, I'm very excited for that. But yes, I'm ready to make some progress on the book for a little bit, and then I need to wrap up a video that I have ready to go up today. I have it all put up. I just need to, I always like to watch it and double check everything is still okay and make sure the description is all good, all the tags work and all that stuff. So I think I'm gonna do 2 20-minute writing sprints on chapter 17, and then I am going to stop there, work on some video editing stuff for YouTube, and then I need to finish packing up and leave. Don't have work today, but I have lots of other things to do, so we might as well get to it. I did start chapter 17 yesterday. I got a couple paragraphs in and I was reworking it a lot more than I was expecting to. I think the thing is with draft 2 I knew it needed more work, but I didn't do the work that needed to be done with draft 2, so here I am doing it now. It's like the false victory kind of chapter. Like I thought I achieved my goal, but I actually did not. That does not happen until the very last chapter, so yeah, I'm going to work on that for 20 minutes and then take a break and then work on it for another 20 minutes. So I'm going to set up my Forest app, get my headphones, put on some music, and work on this chapter. I will talk to you guys when I wrap up this morning's writing session. This whole 5 a.m. thing isn't horrible, especially when I actually get up at 5 a.m. because usually I just sleep through my alarms, or I ignore them, or I just stay in bed too long. But this week I've been doing pretty good about getting up, so that's nice. But I will talk to you more about that on the final wrap up of this weekly challenge, either tomorrow or Sunday. I want to say I want to go all the way to Sunday, but since I'm gonna be at my parents', there's gonna be other people there and I don't know if I'll film, but I can still try to get up at 5 a.m. so maybe if the last day or tomorrow, if I do get up at 5 a.m. and do all my updates and stuff, don't film it or anything, then I'll just come back and let you know what all was done and all that stuff. But yeah, the goal is to get chapter 17 done this weekend too, but like I said, I have a lot of stuff going on, so it probably won't get finished, but I'm going to try my hardest to do it anyways. But I also want to make this chapter to the level it needs to be, and if that means I need to take more time with it, then I'll take more time with it. I'm going to stop yapping, going to chug my energy drink, and start working on chapter 17 again. Yay. Chapter needs some serious work. I feel like it's too short. I need some more details, but I don't want to add them. Ugh. I also just want to nap.
But your parents came in the cul-de-sac, leaned back in a leather-clad seat, pocket spirits in your Prada bag. Summer 17 was a roller coaster ride, a manic pixie dream girl right beside me, and she said she liked me, but I bet it was a right thing lining up at the wrong time, and I think maybe if I'd held on tight, she'd still be sitting by my side. I'll never know, I'll never know. I don't like messing with me.
Okay guys, it is now officially Sunday, the 17th. I obviously did not get up early yesterday or today. Instead, I slept in a little. Well, yesterday I literally only slept until 6:30 and then got up. And I tried to do some productivity stuff yesterday, like I changed different tasks and stuff. I was just tired and trying to spend the time that I had with my family. And so I just enjoyed that instead and didn't really work on the book too much. But I did spend some more time with my family this morning for a few hours and then locked in and worked on chapter 17 again for a couple hours, obviously, as I'm being repetitive with my words. Anyways, I worked on it for a little bit, added a couple chunks in the beginning and towards the end, but then I was going through it and I'm like, no, I don't like the way the beginning sits now, so I took that beginning chunk out because I had looked at my revision checklist and realized that there was a new intro that I had put on there to consider, but then once I added it, I didn't like it. I liked the paragraph that I had for the intro, but I did like the pieces that I add to the conclusion because I'm trying to work on making it clear that this chapter is a false victory. It's the false end goal before other stuff happens and then you get the actual ending of the book. And so I've been trying to make sure that that's clear. So that's what I've been working on doing with this chapter. So I do feel like it's a little stronger. However, I also feel like this chapter could be using some serious rehauling, but I also feel like it's good. I keep overthinking it. I've gone over this chapter so many times and I usually try to only do 3 to 4 passes and I've exceeded that, probably doubled it. So I think I'm gonna call it good. I just did a full read aloud pass and it sounded decent. There were still a few chunks that I was like not super happy with, but still couldn't really figure out what needed to happen. So I'm gonna leave it as is, and then when I read through draft 3 again and do what I call like a draft 3.5 and fix a couple things throughout the draft that I may have skipped throughout or have noticed now after the fact. The thing is, I try not to sit in a chapter too long so much that I don't make any forward momentum. There's a couple details that I've realized I need to go back and add for the memoir side of things. I think I'm doing really good with the hunts and tweaking those to their best of their abilities, but I still need to make sure that the pieces of me and that what makes this a memoir are still in the book and are in each chapter so that readers know what is going on, what points in my life it is, and then that it's also contributing to the different turning points within the story structure in itself. So that's been fun. But yes, I'm gonna call it good here for the moment, and then I think I'm just gonna come back to chapter 17 and draft 3.5. So I'm going to leave it at that. Besides that though, I did want to kind of reflect on this kind of challenge sort of thing that I did, but not really, just of getting up at 5 a.m. every day this week and writing. I may have only done it Monday through Friday, but it still felt really good and consistent for me. I honestly thought that I probably would have slept in at least 1 day or 2 during the week because I usually do. Like, I try to get up early most days and get some video editing done before I go to work, something really simple and easy that I can do while I'm walking on my walking pad and getting some of my day's exercise in. But I did really good, got up at 5 a.m. Monday through Friday and did work on the book consistently every morning. I did technically work on it every day this week. I would not call yesterday/Saturday's progress the best, but I did technically open it, touch it, and mess with a sentence or two yesterday. So I have touched the document every day this week, and it was kind of nice to be in my project mentally every day, but it's still hard sometimes, and I think I felt that burnout yesterday, and that's why I was having a hard time focusing. And even today I've had a little bit of that where my mind feels a little overwhelmed and I am having a hard time getting into the chapter. Could also just be that this chapter is being a pain in the butt in the first place. So yeah, that's not my favorite thing in the world, but I got through it. I did 2 chapters this week despite not having my full weekend to write, which I usually rely on. That was nice. I had a good time with my family. Surprised my mom very much. I was gonna say a bad word and I will refrain from using one, but anyways, we got her really good. We made her cry, and then I was trying not to cry because I made her cry. I'm just happy I was able to surprise her. I don't know if she'll be able to believe us in the future after what we all lied to her about stuff. She almost caught us a few times with this party, but I'm glad I was able to surprise her. Got to see some of my grandparents who I love to death, so I got to see them, got to see my sisters and everybody, so that was fun, and I'm glad that I was able to do something to make up for that writing time. And I think I do kind of want to do this next week where I work on a chapter during the week. Probably won't be as strict, and like Friday I probably won't work on it in the morning because I'll have other stuff I need to do, especially with posting my YouTube video because that's when I upload my videos. We'll probably try to do it next week though because I only have 3 chapters left now, so I have chapter 18, 19, and 20 left. My plan is to maybe do one during the week and then do the last 2 over the weekend. I'm gonna do my first actual live stream of me hosting on Saturday with Sarita because I need some accountability, but I also figured it'd be a fun way to finish draft 3 would be to just knock it out over the weekend and have some fun while doing so with other writers and author tubers. The stream will probably already occur before this video comes out though. So that's the thing about these videos, is the timing of certain things. But yes, I do want to try and finish this draft next weekend because I have 3 chapters left, and I've done 3 chapters in a weekend before and in a week in general. There's that, and then I also am going camping that very next week for Labor Day weekend, so I know I won't have time then to write, and like I said, the weekends are my priority writing time. So I do want to try to finish the draft by next weekend. I mean, if anything, if I have something that I need to wrap up by Sunday and don't, I have the week to do so before we go camping over the weekend, because I now know that I can work on my book in the mornings, video edit in the evenings, still get the chapters I want done, and post the YouTube video I want to do on Friday. That's the thing, is there's so much things I want to balance in my life, and sometimes it's hard. It's just so hard sometimes when you want to keep a balance. Like, I want to post every week, I want to get my chapters edited, to work on my blog, which I did not do this weekend. That's one thing that did not happen, is I did not make a blog post. It did not go up and go live, but I looked at it yesterday and I was like, no. So I probably will rewrite it and then post it next weekend instead, or the next weekend. We'll see. Anyways, I had a lot going on this week, but I am glad that I was able to tackle this new kind of writing routine-ish. I have been up early in the mornings to write and to edit YouTube videos in the past, but I usually don't get up at 5 a.m. That isn't to say that I was at my desk at 5 a.m. but I was getting up every day at 5 a.m. and getting to my desk and writing before work every morning, or on Friday it was just before I had things to do for the day. I would say that this routine was a success for me, and that I will try to tackle part of it next week, you know, use that momentum possibly next week to tackle another chapter. However, I won't promise anything, and I probably honestly won't vlog it because we'll probably be vlogging all weekend, and that will be a really long vlog if I did it all week and all weekend trying to finish draft 3. Yeah, I'll probably just do that and then vlog over the weekend finishing the other 2 chapters, hopefully. That's my goal. I cannot promise anything. But I am talking way too much and I need to wrap up this video. I appreciate it if you stuck to the end of it. I hope you have a lovely day, and if you want to, feel free and leave this emoji in the comments below to let me know you finished the video and to show maybe some support, because commenting, liking, and subscribing really helps my videos in the YouTube algorithm. So feel free to do one or all of the above, please and thank you. I always feel so weird. I feel like a salesman trying to sell their pitch when I say that, but I just appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will see you guys next week. Bye.